Sige. So, sinet up na yung presenter notes. 10 minutes, I'll start it now. Okay.
Hello. Hi everyone. I'm Juelle Quilantang. I'm a UI UX designer, 2D game artist, and illustrator. And today I'll be sharing my guide to designing interfaces for games. So a little bit about me. I specialize in UI UX design, UI art, and animation. So I've been working for more than 8 years designing for desktop, mobile games, software, and interactive exhibits. I was previously employed at a US-based company called Captain TV, where we made games for streamers and their communities. So before we get to the design process, it's important to know the UI UX design specializations, essential equipment and tools. Then later I'll share a quick look at the game development cycle. Okay, so the specializations are almost similar to software development, except creating art assets like buttons or HUDs are under UI art, and implementing the assets in the game engine is considered technical UI art. So my title is UI UX designer, but I'm also responsible for creating the art and sometimes setting up UI in Unity. So here are examples of my deliverables, which includes game logos, icons, illustrations, mockups, prototypes, and animations. So how do I make all this? You'll need the essential equipment and tools. So of course you need your workstation, a high-powered computer, and a drawing tablet. It's not required to know how to draw, but it unlocks more UI design style options that you can create. You also need to invest in devices for different platforms like Android phone or iPhone consoles to test your game and learn the standard. Standard practices. You'll be able to see the different interactions, flows, and layouts, like for keyboard input, mouse, and controller. And most important of all, you must have a collection of games. So I often purchase games to study the UI UX design, even if I don't finish it. But if you don't want to spend money, there are available resources like GameUIDatabase.com, where they collect screenshots of all kinds of games, or you can watch gameplays on Twitch or YouTube. So here are my tools. Besides Figma, I use Photoshop and Illustrator to create the assets, After Effects to animate, then I use Texture Packer to export assets as a sprite sheet. And then using GitHub, I'm able to add assets directly to the project. Sorry, I'm so nervous. So there's a lot of benefits to knowing how game engines work, like Unity. To know the possibilities of and limitations of designing UI. But there are also other game engines in the market like Unreal, Godot, Construct, and many more. So now that you're familiar with the tools, I'll be sharing a quick rundown on the design process. So it all starts with reviewing the requirements given to me by the game designer. I will spend time researching similar games for design patterns. Like, for example, I need to design a character selection screen. I would analyze what are the common elements, like surfacing the character's name, changing the background, or showing their skills or stats. So the next phase is wireframing, to explore UI layouts fast and figure out flows before the devs start coding the screens. The image on the right is just a sample for a personal project, reimagining Genshin Impact as a fighting game. Because I can't show my works from my project. So when the wireframes are ready, we can start fleshing out the UI art style. This is often done in collaboration with an art director and the game designer. This involves exploring different options until we find the best one. And once that's been finalized, we can add animation and interactions in our prototype to make it more exciting and engaging for the players. Then we hand off the assets to the the devs, using spreadsheets to reduce the memory usage and make the game load faster. It also helps the devs if I add the assets directly in the project to save them time. So during the implementation stage, designers need to assist the devs to make sure the work matches the mock-up designs. This also includes testing their build and noting down bugs and feedback. Okay, now I'll show you a quick look at the game development cycle. So we have pre-production. So this is an example of our game. It's Arena Kingdoms, which is released on Discord activities. So pre-production is the prototyping and planning stage. We want to see if the game is fun as early as possible. So here's a preview of the alpha stage, where we continue to make improvements and fix major problems internally. And then the open or closed beta stage is where we play test with a group of users before the final launch. And finally, the release. So when the game is finished and available to everyone. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed. You can follow me on my socials by scanning the code.
Alright, thank you so much. That was 3 minutes to spare. Nice.